Eastern PA Weather 30 meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for December 13th, 2016. For your Tuesday, we're going to start off with high pressure and control in the morning. We're going to have a combination of things going on, though, today. We're going to have a system moving off to our south, and at the same time, there's going to be a cold front in association with this system off the picture here to our north. So this is systems up here. Another system is off the picture down to the south at this point. That's going to be moving up in this direction like this. And the cold front's going to be associated with this system here is going to be moving toward the area. So the combination of the two is going to give us mostly cloudy skies in between. So not expecting much of the sun today. And then this system, we'll have to watch for some scattered snow showers as it moves off to the south and east. And you can see that here. Here's a look at Tuesday morning, just kind of getting into our western areas of places like State College, maybe over to Williamsport by late morning, early afternoon, getting into some snow shower activity. And I do think that moves a little bit further eastward over to northeastern Pennsylvania, maybe getting down to the I-78 corridor here as well. Here's another system I was talking about staying off to our southeast. So the combination of these two being in close proximity, even though this one's missing, this coastal system is the one we were looking at, maybe hitting Tuesday, Wednesday of this week. That's obviously not happening. This is going to stay off to the south, and it's because this cold front is going to kick this off to the south. If this was a little bit delayed, this might be a little bit different story here. We could get into some more snow here, but that's not going to happen. Not the midweek system. We do have one coming later in the week, though. We'll get into that in a minute. I just want to show you where the snow line here, and this goes as the front moves through. The frontal boundary actually at this point is coming through. The area low pressure is sitting up here to the north like this. You have another one down here. Of course, this one's missing, and it's going to be picked up by this front and taken out of harm's way. But you can see the snow showers are kind of dying along the front here as they move to the south and east. Let's go over to the NAM high-res future simulator radar, and I'll give you an idea of what we're looking at. This is looking at Thursday late afternoon and evening here. We've got some snow showers across the interior. This is places like Williamsport State College, but you can see as they go further, they move over. Now it's showing green here. Don't just ignore that because it's not coming down. Any green on this map is not green. It's not going to be rain. Just something with the algorithm with the model itself. But this is all snow showers. That moves over to northeastern Pennsylvania in the evening. Again, maybe gets down to the I-78 corridor as well. So you could get maybe far northwestern areas up in here. I'd have to say somewhere maybe from about State College or so, somewhere up in these areas here. You can get it into coating to an inch, maybe including the southern Poconos as well. I think down here by the I-78 corridor, you're probably just talking about a few snow showers, maybe a whitening of the ground in that area. Okay, so I'm not expecting anything too far south and east because these are going to fall apart as we go with time. You can see that here. But this is going through late evening here, so you can have some these chances for snow showers going all up to about midnight or thereabout, and then they're out of here. Again, including, I said north of I-78 is the cutoff for this. So if you look at I-78 on a map, I know some of you are like, well, where's that at? All right, well, I-78 kind of runs like this through Allentown and up into northwest New Jersey up to New York City. So anything north of that, I think, is a good dividing line for where you would see any kind of accumulations. Again, it's just going to be right along I-78 corridor, from Harrisburg over to Lehigh Valley up into northern New Jersey. You're looking at generally a maybe a few isolated whitenings of the ground, but further northwest you get a coating to an inch up in this area of snow, and that's with that frontal boundary. As we move forward in time, this is going to go through, and then Wednesday is going to be a mostly sunny day, but then we have another little system kind of moving through the Great Lakes. Is going to have another reinforcing cold front with it, and once this comes through, this is really going to mean business, and I mean really going to mean business. You're going to have some very, very frigid temperatures, especially here on Thursday, because you're going to have these tight isobars here. The pressure gradient is pretty tight here on Thursday, so we get into the afternoon hours. You're going to get, so not only a couple things happening here, very cold temperatures, not getting out of the lower 20s for one thing. Second thing is you're going to have strong winds coming off the lakes here, so you're going to get these lake effect streamers coming. They're going to go survive pretty far south and east again, so you might get snowflakes all the way down into southeast PA. Okay, so, and in central New Jersey, this can definitely happen here on Thursday with those winds kicking up. And because the gradient's so tight here, you're talking about wind gusts that are going to be, winds that sustain that are in the 15 to 25 mile per hour range out of the northwest, gusts to 40, maybe even higher than that. And if you have a temperature here in the lower 20s, you're talking about some pretty cold wind chills that are single digits or even below zero. So it's going to be very, very cold here on Thursday, and although the air temperature is not going to go up at all on Friday, and as a matter of fact, Friday morning, I think you're going to have some of the lowest temperatures. You're going to have some really cold temperatures. You're getting ready to high pressure moving in here, very strong high pressure, but these are your lows on Friday morning. And you're talking about single digits over a very large area, below zero up here in the Poconos. and back toward central PA. So you have some very cold temperatures here. Are going to be in the lower teens further south and east, but very cold go at it here on Friday morning. Very dangerous cold on Thursday with those winds. So just be careful. It doesn't take much to get frostbite. Here's the look at Friday. Again, mostly sunny to start. I think clouds increase later in the day. Then we have another system moving in that's going to bring snow. I'm pretty much guaranteed that we're starting off with snow with this one because the antecedent cold air mass in place is going to allow for that to start to snow everywhere, very far south too, all the way down here in Delaware. We'll get snow to start. Just a matter of how much before it changes over. You see what's waiting in the wings here is sleet, freezing rain. Now this is the GFS depiction. A couple models are showing some different scenarios, but it does show several inches of snow before any changeover. A lot more cold air to work with this time. So very similar system to what we had Sunday night into Monday morning, but a lot more cold air to work with this time. At least initially, before it's kicked out. So you could get a pretty good thump of snow on the front end in some places. We're going to watch this one closely. And then it does, we do think it does go over to sleet, freezing rain. You can see that very easily right here, moving across the state. The snow starts kicking off for the north. And then in the afternoon hours, you get just maybe a few rain showers, but it pretty much falls apart. You really don't have, you kind of get a lull here. In the afternoon hours here on Saturday, looks like, and then you get rain move back in as the precipitation type Saturday night into Sunday. And this will advance here for me. This is Saturday night into Sunday. Here's Sunday morning, and the front is coming through here. So you could have a rain ending as wet snow situation from northwest to southeast on Sunday morning or late morning or early afternoon when this finally comes through. So a lot of things going on here. We just want to show you that we're still in this active pattern, still going to be watching this winter storm at the end of the period, but because of that very cold air mass in place, we're going to watch it very closely for maybe a good front end thump of snow, which is very possible depending on how much moisture is involved in this when the cold air is still in place early on. So we'll watch that throughout the week. Start sending alerts probably Wednesday to my pocket meteorologist customers, and then we'll start getting to the maps and calls when we get toward the latter part of the week when we have a definitive idea of amounts and totals by location. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for December 13th, 2016. Have a great Tuesday.